We'll talk a little bit here about trigger sticks. I made a trip today to Wally World and I went to Tractor Supply looking at some materials that a person might buy cheap to make them a good trigger stick to get them by. Might even be better than some of these store-bought outfits. Now here's a store-bought outfit. It's at max height. Okay, that's as high as she goes. Now remember, when you spread the legs out on this, she starts coming down. Alright, now here's one that I made for squirrel hunting. See how much higher? I'm going to tilt my head back there. Maybe you can see that. See how much higher that is? See, this stick is not tall enough to hunt squirrels with the leaves on when they're in trees. As you get closer and closer to the tree the squirrel's in, that angle starts getting steep. This is a much better setup here. Now this is not adjustable. Nice and sturdy though. This one here is a little shakier. It's not bad. It's pretty sturdy. Now they make these with 3 legs on them. They're heavier and they cost a little more money and they take a little more time to set up. But if you was hunting from a stationary position, which I never do really much on squirrels, but for deer, maybe turkeys, a 3-legged one of these would be more steady and it might help you with a longer shot. So anyway, when I was in Tractor Supply over in the garden section, I'm going to use this as a reference. It looked like it was a teeny bit smaller diameter than this. Green plastic, had some knurling on it. It says it has a steel core reinforcement. And it was sturdy enough to use as a stalking trigger stick, but now it's slick on the sides here, which I like, because you need to be able to adjust your elevation quick on a gun, especially when you're squirrel hunting. And maybe even deer hunting, if you're going to your tree stand. Now this stick right here, that's the lowest setting, and the legs on this will kick out. And this stick here is ample tall, or I should say ample short, to use in a blind out of a chair, stool. Okay, you got to be careful with shooting sticks. You're better off being too long than you are too short, because you can always kick the legs out here to get you some height of adjustment. Okay, and they do sell some short ones, and you might use those maybe in prone or sitting on the ground, but I don't care much for them. Now the other thing I seen was at Wally World, they had a 5-foot, and I think it extended to 10-foot paint stick. It was yellow, and I think it might have been fiberglass. I like the adjustments on it. I didn't see what the price was. It didn't look like it was overly expensive. It actually had 2 adjustments on it to get you on out there, you know, height-wise. You would never need that much height, but it's nice and adjustable, and it would go down to 5 foot, so it would probably be about right here, somewhere right in there when it's down. So it would be easy to transport, like compared to this thing. This thing can be cumbersome on an ATV. I put it in the bed of my truck and I tie it to my side-by-side. Of course, this thing here is easy to transport. So I didn't buy anything today to experiment with, but I might buy one of those green, it looked like a big bush stake or a oversized plant stake. Cost is about, looked like $3 to $4. They had some smaller diameter ones there, but they're too shaky in my opinion. And I think they cost about the same money. So I just thought I'd share.